So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sara Soto, and I am going to explain the CLIL lesson that I designed for this final project. First of all, I want to explain that the subject where I have planned this lesson is English. And well, this is gonna be a major project that the subject of English includes. Since the students are going to go to an exchange to another secondary school in England, in London, we, the Department of English, we want them to know the city that they are going to visit, and they will have to do this project, and it will be taken into account for the assessment. Not this unit, but yes, the final project that they are going to present and to performance in front of the class. So I'm going to explain a little bit the different parts of the final project, and then I am going to focus on the activities that I designed. Here you see the introduction. Here I have included mainly the methodology that I decided to use, and I included also some theory that we saw in class. I think it's important also to explain the theory that we have selected and where we are based on to do this project. Then I have included the context. This unit is planned for a third of ESO in a public secondary school in Madrid, Spain. It is a public school, but the school has been implemented a bilingual program for 5 years now, so most of the students are used to this methodology. The level of the students is between A2 and B1 according to the CEFR, and well, they are pretty much used to do the different bilingual projects and programs. Here I have the objectives. As you can see, I have added the one that are general objectives for all the subjects. This is included also in the Education Organic Law, La LOMCE. And here you will see I have divided in the objectives in content objectives, linguistic objectives, and learning strategies and processes. I added myself a couple of them. That is content that I want them to acquire, but I also added the content objectives for Tercero de la ESO included in the LOMCE for the subject of history and geography. Why did I do this? Because as for English is not much treated, the culture, I decided to add the one for history and geography, since we are going to do a more profound research of the city and the culture here. So I think it's important also for the students to acquire these transversal contents. Also, I have added the linguistic objectives. Here you can see lexicon and vocabulary, language function and grammar, and the 4 different skills: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. I have explained here what they will acquire, or which are the objectives that we want them to acquire. And the last point is learning and strategies and processes. These are some knowledge and cognitive strategies that we want students to learn. And I think it's very important that they are also conscious of what we want them to learn. So here they are. Also, I added the basic competencies that are included in the LAMFE, in the organic law, and explained. I included and I explained one by one the ones that I think they are included in this unit and why are they included. You can check them here as well. And also I have here the assessment. Well, this unit will not receive a summative assessment, since it belongs to a major program, a bigger project. It will be definitely a formative assessment, since I will base myself on the performance of the students in the classroom when they present their projects. We will see now. And well, I will evaluate the daily behavior of the students, their participation, if it is an active participation or not, and they will definitely receive some feedback from me. I want them to have clear what has been well done and what not. And well, here you have the procedure that this project will have. Some other CLIL lessons or units are planned also as homework, but I don't want this worksheet to be a homework. I want this to be done in the classroom so that I can check if the students are participating, if not, and as I said, I want to see them working, as it will be a formative evaluation and assessment. Here you have a briefly explanation of the different parts that this project has, and well, we can go directly to the activities. In one first session, this session is taught mainly in order to activate the knowledge that the students have, the prior knowledge that the students have, and to warm up before doing the main activity here, which is the project. Here we see a quiz related about London. As you can see, I added here the answers. But what they will see is without answers, and they will have to find the information and get this specific information through these links here. As you can see, I don't mind that the students use their mobile phones in class in order to do some research. For me, it's completely fine that they use it, and I want them indeed to use the new technologies for their daily lives, because I think it's important that they get used to it. So they can use online dictionaries, they can use mobile phones, they can do some research with their tablets. It's fine for me. So they can start with this quiz. And then I want to give them some vocabulary input. I think it's also important that they get an idea of what kind of vocabulary we are going to see and they will have to work with. So I will give them here, by scaffolding a little bit, the activities, some of the words and lexicon that they are going to see. So I am going to give them also visual aid. So since they are going to go to the city, I think it's also very useful for them that they have these visual ideas already of what they are going to see and how that does look like, etc. After it, we will watch this video on YouTube. It's UNESCO video. I think it's pretty good because it's original content and is gonna be useful for the students to watch some native speaker while they see the explanation of the Tower of London. Here you have the reading activity. They will have to read and they will have to answer these questions here. Again, they can use the dictionaries, online dictionaries, mobile phones, anything they need. I want them to get used to that. And then on the second and third session, we will work on this project. They will have to choose from this list one place of interest. They can choose, but they are not allowed to repeat. I want them to have a different one, each group, sorry. And then they will have to focus mainly on these points: history, geography, culture, and general information. They can add more information, but these 4 points, these 4 features are compulsory. They will have to include it. And for that, they can use different resources like this map, PowerPoint presentations, videos, pieces of films that they think that it's gonna be useful for them. And I have thought that this activity will be okay for them, since it includes history, geography, culture, and general information which is related to the realia that they read every day in the class. But they will have to work with it on the other way around. I mean, normally they read it and they work with it based on a reading activity or task. In this case, they will have to get some information, but for a later explanation that they will have to give. They are going to be tourist guides in London for a group of tourists from South Africa, and they will have to explain the city of London. This is the main activity and this is the main project that I want them to focus on. So that's the main reason why this project or this activity lasts the 2 other sessions of this unit, because I want them to focus on this project, and we are not going to have time to focus on to explain and do the performances only on one session. So it will be 2 for them to have enough time to explain everything that they have looked for. They will have to do that as homework. And any questions they can ask along the sessions. They have my email and they can communicate with me anytime. So I hope you liked it. And if you have any questions related to this project, please do not hesitate to contact me. So, bye!